Well, good morning, Dan. I don't think it's going to be OPEC who's going to set the prices going forward. I think it's going to be mostly the geopolitics. The economy is pretty much steady. The Saudi demand is good. The Gulf exports are steady. But what happens in the rest of the world? I think we have to also get the numbers right. You know, people talk about capacity going down. Capacity does not set prices. Capacity is a long-term objective, 3 years, 4 years forward, and it's adjusted by very professional management in both OPEC and non-OPEC based on the long-term outlook. Long-term outlook demand is good. So production is steady, as I guess we've just seen from the ministerial committee meetings, and prices should hold steady, barring any unforeseen political disruptions. The Red Sea is one, but there could be others, and hopefully the stakeholders will take an active role in keeping that from happening.
Indeed. And because you mentioned capacity, I have to ask you about what's happening in the kingdom. Aramco last week given a directive from the governor to not go ahead, from the government, I should say, to not go ahead with this increase in crude production capacity. What would you say is the reason behind this? Obviously, big questions about what this means for capex at Aramco moving forward, and also questions about what it says about global oil demand over the medium to long term. What's your take on this directive from the government towards Aramco to not increase capacity as previously flagged?
Well, it's an interesting point that you raise because we have to understand the difference between production, maintaining production, and then capacity and increasing capacity. Production declines every year everywhere in all the oil industry, and so you have to replace it. The kingdom is doing a very good job. When we were in Aramco, it was the same thing, in maintaining that production by new investments. Now, if you want to add capacity, then you have to add it to one of two lines, either your production or your total current capacity. We have over 2.5 million barrels of unutilized capacity in the kingdom, the way I read it. So the increases which were supposed to come on stream in 2027, they're not needed right now with all that spare capacity. And I think it's a very good, prudent decision by the minister and also Aramco management to slip that increase to when and if it's needed. With 2.5 million barrels of spare in the kingdom and probably at least another 2 million across the world, with unknown issues of what else demand will do, you just don't need that kind of capacity right now.